Red fortress hidden in a lake. A dark forest filled with pagan wood carvings. And a 115-year-old high-security prison.
These three places have absolutely nothing in common, except all these three tell stories in different historical timelines of Lithuania. Lithuania possesses a deeply layered history that seamlessly intertwines ancient pagan mythology, medieval grandeur, and a complex modern journey through occupation and independence. This small strip of land has endured an intense timeline, but the nation has effectively transformed these distinct historical epochs into a thriving heritage tourism sector.
We are Team Bermonley, Bertis, Monseda, and Umali. Today, we are taking you past the typical European tourist traps to show how a nation uses authentic storytelling to reclaim its identity. Lithuania isn't just showing off its pretty buildings, it is actively inviting visitors to walk through its triumphs and its deepest traumas. Let's look at three specific places that show exactly how they pull this off. We'll start our journey right in the middle of Lake Galve. This is Traquair Island Castle. To understand why this massive structure exists, you have to go back to the 14th and 15th centuries. Grand Dukes Kestutis and Vytautas the Great didn't build this for leisure and luxury. They built it as an absolute fortress to defend against the invading Teutonic Knights. Made of thick, red Gothic brick, it was designed to be impenetrable. In 1410, Lithuanian and Polish forces completely wiped out the Teutonic Order at the Battle of Grunwald. Suddenly, the castle didn't have a war to fight. So, it evolved into a luxurious residential palace for foreign emissaries and royalty. But then, history took a sharp turn. It wasn't able to survive the Russian invasions of the 17th century, and the castle was left to rot as a pile of ruins for 100 years. So how did a pile of medieval rubble become a global tourist magnet? In the 1950s, local preservationists pushed back against their Soviet occupiers and completely rebuilt the castle from ground up. Today, it's one of the most photographed monuments in the Baltics. It draws massive crowds because it feels alive. Tourists can actually wander the vaulted halls, try archery, or watch full-scale medieval jousting tournaments. And for the ultimate view, visitors book sunrise or sunset, hot air balloon flights to drift silently over the island and the massive network of 200 surrounding lakes.
Leaving the medieval fortresses behind, we head to the village of Okrant on the Coronian Spit. Here, tucked away on a forested sand dune, is the Hill of Witches. This place represents a totally different side of Lithuania, its identity Europe's very last pagan nation. Long before Christianity arrived, locals used this exact hill as a secret gathering space to celebrate the Midsummer's Eve festival. They would sing, dance, and perform rituals deeply tied to ancient Baltic paganism. The site officially became the tourist landmark we know today back in 1979. A group of local craftsmen decided to honor the Samogitian wood carving tradition to physically preserve the region's rich folklore. Over the years, the project grew into an incredible outdoor gallery featuring around 80 handcrafted wooden figures scattered beneath the trees. These figures depict iconic entities from Lithuanian mythology, including devils, witches, dragons, and legendary figures from the Nairinga legends. What makes this place such a massive hit for visitors is that it completely breaks the rules of a normal museum. It's an immersive free public park where you are actually encouraged to interact with the art. You can touch the carvings, walk through the wooden archways, and even sit on carved thrones. And if you want the ultimate experience, locals will tell you to visit on a misty autumn morning. The dense forest fog rolls in off the coast, giving the whole trail this genuinely spooky, magical atmosphere that you simply cannot replicate indoors.
For our final stop, we have to confront Lithuania's darkest modern history, right in the center of the capital, Vilnius.
Вас поймают! И последнее, что вы сделаете,
This is Lakisk prison. When Tsarist Russia built this massive complex in 1904, it was meant to be a state-of-the-art facility, even including places of worship for different faiths. But over its 115-year lifespan, it became a dark symbol of foreign oppression. These walls didn't just hold everyday criminals. During the turbulent 20th century, successive regimes from the Tsarists to the Nazis to the Soviets used this exact prison to lock away political dissidents who dared fight for Lithuanian independence.
Famous cultural figures and freedom fighters like the author Zimaiti and the independence signatory Jonas Vilaisi were trapped inside these cells. The craziest part? The prison only shut down a few years ago, in 2019. It really makes you wonder, how does a country completely shift its narrative from occupation and trauma to absolute creative freedom in just over 30 years? Let us know in your comments down below. Would you be brave enough to take a tour of a former maximum security prison?
By preserving these distinct historical timelines, this country has created a magnificent blueprint for cultural endurance. They prove that authentic storytelling is the ultimate form of heritage tourism. With just these 3 heritage sites, you can see the full spectrum of Lithuania's identity. The ultimate value we can attain from Lithuania's story is that true cultural identity requires authenticity, memory, and the immense bravery to rebuild.
If you enjoyed this deep dive into the geography of resilience and hidden cultural histories, please hit the like button, share this video with a fellow traveler, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and remember, the best stories aren't found in textbooks. See you out there.